Bitch better have my Suica. What's up, Hannah? This is weird. It's not a computer screen separating us.
And Mom's sitting right next to us.
Yeah, like there's nothing going on.
Welcome back.
Tokyo, Japan.
We're in Tokyo on our last night here.
Yeah, this is the tail end of the trip.
This is. So it's a little rough right now.
Yeah, we wanted to sneak in a podcast before we ended it.
Our first combo podcast here together.
It's crazy. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we're a little tired from this trip. I'm definitely under the weather. We're all exhausted.
I'm sore.
We've been nonstop doing a million things for the past week.
Speaking of nonstop, how was your flight here?
It was a stop. We flew from Boston to Detroit for like 2 hours. That was like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
5-hour layover in Detroit, which was a nice big airport. I walked up and down one terminal and it was 1.5 miles.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you measure that?
I put it on my Apple Watch.
You just did a walking exercise?
Yeah, we had to kill some time.
Oh.
So
how much time
I
did you have?
measured it. 5 hours.
Oh, damn.
And then we flew from...
Mom's just straight up watching now.
Mom and I thought we booked priority seating, like exit row, but it was just I was in the aisle and Mom was in the middle. And so our knees were touching the seat in front of us the entire way. My seat was missing a tray table. So they compensated me with like 4,000 points.
How did you get that, though? Did you complain?
They were handing around with the 3-meal service. And I said, oh, I don't have a table. How am I supposed to eat this?
And what'd they say?
Oh my god, I had no clue. I didn't realize
How did they not know
have a
they
table.
didn't put a table on it?
They're like, so there's nothing we can do right now.
Wait,
but
you didn't try to pull it out of the armrest?
I was looking at every armrest. I was going like this, grabbing at air. Nothing was there.
Wow.
And so I sat there with a portable tray table on my lap, which I think they just took from a random spot. And we did not sleep. The people in front of us who had about 7 feet of leg room decided to recline back. So Mom and I were sitting straight up.
I never understood that.
No leg room. It was horrible. We both could not sleep.
And you paid extra for the seat, yet it sucked.
Yeah. It was the worst flight of my entire life.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
How was your flight?
It was fine. I went from Philly to San Fran. That was fine. I slept most of the way, I think. I had some movies downloaded. The thing that airlines are doing now, I don't understand, is you connect to their Wi-Fi network and then you use your device to watch as if your device is a TV, which I understand, but like it takes off the battery off your thing. So that stinks. So, and there's no charges there. So I'm like, well, I have to use my phone when I get to San Francisco to figure things out. So figure things out. And then I had to like recheck in San Francisco. And I was like, all right, I can step outside for a second to say I stepped in California. And it was beautiful weather. I was like, oh, I need to move to California. Went in. The guy said, your thing weighs too much. Charged me $63. I was like, oh, God. But I was like, whatever. We've already spent so much on this. I was like, any amount of money at this point, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I got on, had an exit row. No one was really in my row. Well, there was a girl I was in the window. She was in the aisle. But she ended up moving to a whole empty row to herself and just laid down the whole time. They didn't say anything.
Wow. We had no open seats in our flight.
Yeah, I was mostly booked, except there was a few open seats, but I have no clue what it's going to be like on the way home. All I know is that I'm not even going home. I'm going to Nashville, and I'm excited, but I just hope I can stay awake for the 3 days, because it's, you know what happens in Nashville. It's just people drinking all day, so.
Yeah, and obviously the time change here is going to be another mess up for you.
Yeah, these glasses are killing me, so I'm going to move into my forehead.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about your outfit.
I got these glasses at like a dollar store. This t-shirt says Nike Tokyo. I don't know which camera can see it. It's a little, apparently the sizes run small. And of course, I'm rocking the Tokyo Marathon medal. Probably my least favorite medal because it's kind of small compared to the other ones. But yeah, I decided to go full-fledged Tokyo for this. How about you? What are you wearing today? And you're drinking nothing for the first time today. Usually you have like a cup.
I actually have my water right here.
Oops, never mind.
Just in case I need it. I'm wearing my Lululemon pants and shirt, and I let Joseph borrow these pants yesterday.
2 days ago.
On Sunday. Today's Tuesday.
The big race.
For the marathon, which must have been good luck because You got your PR.
I got a new personal record, which didn't know how I felt going in. I think deep down I'm always like, I want to do better.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of said it before, but when I was actually in the corral thinking about things, I'm like, you know what? Let me just see how I feel. And then I ended up being right next to a 330 pace flag, which was my record was 332. So I'm like, let me try to stay around this pacer flag, and I was able to stay around it most of the times. And I looked at my watch towards the end. I'm like, I think I'm going to do it. And I did it. So there we go.
I mean, the weather was beautiful for the race.
We lucked out because today was freezing and pouring, but marathon day was, I'd say, between mid 40s to mid 50s all day. Sunny, not a cloud in the sky. It was perfect. So I lucked out.
From our end, like as spectators, it definitely was the easiest to navigate. Like the travel.
The trains are
The train
crazy
system
here.
is very on the dot, on the minute.
Yeah.
Very easy to navigate just with your maps. And I feel like I'm a pro at navigating the train system here now.
Listen, shout out to my roommate, Brendan. This is not a dig at him, but he thought we might have some troubles with the train system. I think he just said, listen to your mom, because mother sent us some how to master the train system type thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not watching that. And he's like, oh, you don't even know. It's hard. You know, the first time, it really was just the first one time. I was going to say the first time or two. It was really the first time.
Yeah.
You just kind of learn it. But once you're there, you just look at your phone. And you pretty much, the key was look at the line and look at the platform number.
Yeah.
And once you have that, you get on. You don't need to say, oh, I have to go west or east. It's just look at the platform number, which I thought was so much easier.
It was
Big
literally
signs.
a letter and a number. That's
Literally.
it. Like,
and yet somehow mom could not even navigate once. But oh wait, and she's watching the podcast right now.
yeah, she's in the room with us. Do you have anything to say, Mom? Oh, she won't even say anything.
She's gone mute all of a
Mom,
sudden.
say one thing. I'm just your voice.
I'm stunned.
I'm stunned too because I feel nauseous right now. I'm going to be honest with you. We had
I think it was after all those big
conveyor-
rides.
We had conveyor belt sushi today. We went to Disney Sea. Where do you want to start with this trip? Should we start from
Let's
the
just start from
beginning?
the
Should we
beginning.
just go thing to thing?
We flew in separately.
We
got here Wednesday night.
We were Wednesday night. That was pretty much a wash. We went to bed.
Went to bed. Woke up Thursday morning. We had hotel breakfast.
Went to bed and this is the first time you see me at age of 22 and you didn't even like acknowledge it.
I was awake for 30 hours.
Okay.
I couldn't sleep on the plane. Even I took 2 Benadryl. I was wide awake.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah, sorry.
on and off
Happy
sleeping.
belated.
Thanks. I watched Oppenheimer.
First week at the age of 22, you spent in a different country.
You're right about that.
Crazy.
I really did. Because I left the morning after. Well, should we address that? Or should we just talk about Japan?
Address what?
I know you said, oh, you're going to talk, what are you going to do for your 22nd? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
I can sum it up in maybe 60 seconds, keep the timer. But it was a Villanova basketball game, which shout out Villanova. They're actually probably going to make it to the March Madness this year. The March Madness. Which I was going to say the big dance, which is exciting. But they had a basketball game they won against Georgetown. Obviously, it's an easy win. But we had pizza for my birthday we ordered and a cake, and the pizza never came. I went down to get it. We had ordered it from Anthony's. They had a DoorDash. They did delivery on their website and didn't say it was going to be DoorDash, but apparently they go through DoorDash. I go down, 45 minutes later I come up. I go up to my roommates. Brendan goes, oh, I was wondering where you were. Like, was everything good? I was like, no pizza. There's no pizza coming. Ashton looked like he wanted to just crawl in a hole and die.
Oh, no.
We were starving.
I'm sure.
And
you guys probably were all drinking, too.
We'd had a few drinks, and long story short, went to the basketball game. There's no pizza. The guy didn't know it. He said, I don't speak English. This is crazy. I said, can I guide you? He said, no, and he hung up. And then it said it was delivered, and we ended up getting a refund. But we went to the game, and then after spur of the moment, we went to the Grog, and it was pretty packed there, surprisingly. And actually, I didn't tell you this, the basketball team showed up. So like
Really?
60 minutes after the game, the basketball team started. It was not Brendan Housen, Connell Toole's birthday, kid on the team who's, I don't want to be mean. He doesn't play a lot, but every once in a blue moon, if we're blowing a team out, he'll come on.
What age is he?
I don't
It's
think
your
that makes
age?
him bad. He's actually, Tom was his RA. So he's maybe like a sophomore, junior.
Oh, okay.
But It was his birthday too that day, and he went
Nice.
out. Oh my god, Mom just yawned.
Anyway,
So that was the birthday. But anyways, let's talk about Tokyo. We got here Thursday, and then Friday was our first full day.
So
what
it's
the hell did we do
well,
Friday?
hold on. Time change is a little crazy. We flew out Wednesday morning, got here
Thursday
night.
And we missed leap day.
We missed leap day, which is a big no-no for us.
We just lost the extra day in the year to flights, but
Yeah.
we're gonna get it back, I guess, coming home.
So Friday, we had hotel breakfast.
Which I'm gonna be honest, it stunk. It just stunk. Like what did we eat? That the woman gave us. What's the thing called?
Tofu.
Tofu. Yeah, I know what tofu is. I just
We
forgot.
tried it.
It was just not good.
It wasn't the best.
I said this is great.
It was a very mediocre hotel breakfast
Yeah.
at most.
Yeah. Well, then we went to the expo, and it was like Black Friday.
Yeah, we met a person on the train.
Yep. Her name is Kendra.
Also
Shout
ran the
out Kendra, if you're
marathon.
watching, she ran the marathon. She's from the UNC area.
Met her, went on the train with
Durham.
her, got to the expo. They separated us, runners, and then like spectator or visitors, it said.
Yeah. So they were waiting in line. I'd say 100 feet away from me.
Yeah. And so then our doors opened a little bit before while he was getting his bib.
And Kendra, our friend, had told us, "Oh, the jackets all were selling out yesterday. Like it's craziness." And I was like, oh, "Okay." She's on all the Facebook groups. I wasn't.
And so then we're like, okay, let's take that to heart. So I ran.
To heart
I ran.
in Iraq.
I ran to
Iraq.
stop.
Do you know what that means?
No.
You're saying Iran, like the country. So then I say
okay.
Iraq. That's just like when people say,
I
but I go, and then I go, shh, because
I trotted
could
over
see
to
the
the
eye roll.
I trotted over to the where the clothing was.
This is like how I sat in the boat yesterday at the Ginza.
The bout. And we ran over to the clothing merchandise, so it's apparel.
Yeah.
And
It's like
I go to the jackets, which is like kind of like a hot commodity with usually the runners kind of want.
yeah.
Joseph usually wants. Everything's labeled by size, like in big signs. So it's like extra large, 2X, 3X. And I go over to maybe get him like I think you got like a large or medium before. I can't remember.
Yeah.
None of those. People, it's a free-for-all. People are grabbing stuff left and right. And then I'm stressed out at the jackets because there's 3 different options. There's dark blue with pink zipper, dark blue with black zipper with flowers in the back and a hood, and light blue with yellow zipper, and then actually 4 options, light blue with pink zipper. So I grab as many as I can. Mom and I are just grabbing everything, shirts, everything. But there's very limited sizes for everything. Because there also was, the expo was the day before it too, right?
Yeah. So there was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We got there Friday. So we got there second day.
So yeah, we were running around in there getting all the stuff. We ended up getting a lot of stuff. Got Joseph the jacket. I got a jacket as well. And then a few t-shirts and such. We walked around a little bit more. We were in the expo for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
I'd say even closer to 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a long
because
time.
It took me a while to get my bib. I thought I needed my passport, but they took my driver's license.
Thank God.
Got my bib, and yeah, it's just the expo is funny because the first time we ever did an expo was in New York City, and we spent we spent a lot of money there. I'll say we spent a record-breaking amount of dollars, and we got a note from Mom. I feel like there should just be a podcast Pokemon marathon, and then the next one on Tokyo. You know what, Mom? I thought I like how she has to put it up in a notes app.
In bold, big letters.
She can't just say it. I thought about that, Mom, but I think I've learned people. No offense to anybody listening, because I understand it too. I'm passionate about running, but when I talk about a whole race, I think sometimes people get boring. So this might be a 2-part episode, is what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Now she's typing again, like as if she can't just say it to us.
I'm just saying it out loud.
Say it, please. Typing with just her pointer finger.
Don't make this too long.
All right.
Oh, so you need to go to bed?
Okay. Well, long story short, the expo was good. I met up with them. We dropped a lot of money on our first expo, and we've learned from that. But there was some cool gear. I don't have any on me right now. She's wheezing.
We what?
We what? We spent a lot of it. All right. My mother put her card down to pay for all the expo stuff, even though I offered.
Whatever. Okay. To be completely honest, we're going to go through this entire trip, and I don't really remember a lot of it.
It's kind of a blur.
It's all a blur.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we did after the expo.
I'm in so much pain right now. My stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I feel horrible. I ate freaking seaweed about 3 hours ago.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, anyways.
Is it actually really hurting that bad?
I don't feel good at all right now.
You're
I'm gonna
kidding.
Be honest.
You're kidding.
I could probably walk to that bathroom, throw up, and come back.
It sounds like your friend. Okay.
My stomach's doing the Shibuya scramble right now. All right. So.
Wait. What did we do the rest of Friday? I don't remember.
Yeah. Didn't we go to Shibuya?
Just 7-Eleven really quick after.
Yeah.
And then what did we do?
I think that day
We went to Shibuya. Did we go to the dog statue? All right, so
sorry.
We went to the
Shibuya. All right, so we went to the Shibuya Scramble. So this is the biggest crosswalk where everybody's walking around. I would say a little underwhelming. Right? Oh my god, I keep tasting seaweed. Ooh.
Are you actually gonna throw up? Oh god, please don't.
Oh gosh, I just taste fish.
You barely even had fish.
I'm gonna hold it. Mom, do we have an extra water?
You had some in your expo bag. You have the mini water in your expo bag.
Oh my god, you're right. I've been waiting.
Hey, Mom, do you have any Tums?
We went to the Shibuya Scramble. It's this big crossing. It's supposed to be the biggest
Oh yeah,
crosswalk.
and then we went this place, right? Or no? Yeah, so we went to Shibuya Scramble and then saw a dog statue. Took some photos.
Which Mom wanted to see. I don't know why.
And then after that, we went to, I forget where it was called. We got like that crepe.
Well, it's Takashita Street.
Oh yeah.
This is a big street where there's tons of shops. There's like a lot of things to do, a lot of cool little food things. We got this crepe. We got this tall potato thing.
This is a Tum. These are Tums.
Those are Tums.
Yeah.
It's like chalk. It's not like.
It's chewable.
I know you chew it, Mom, but I didn't know. Oh my god, it just tastes like a Smartie.
That's a positive way to think about it. So we went to Takashita Street. Like
and then
said,
after Takashita Street, with Takashita in the bathroom.
We got these crepes. We did a little food tour. Got these crepes. Got this long potato thing on a stick. Mm-hmm. And then we got that, like, people have probably seen this on TikTok, like, the fruit that's, like, dipped into, like, the hard sugar stuff.
Yeah.
The sugar stuff. That was good. Mom almost broke her tooth on that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That was risky for us. Mm-hmm. We did a little shopping.
Dr. Hersey almost had another appointment set up with it.
We did a little bit more walking around there. Joseph took a picture in front of what?
It's a long-running joke from the documentary class. Shout out Hezekiah Lewis that you don't go to McDonald's when you're in another country, but of course I'd send a picture of the Japanese McDonald's.
And then we ended up going a few nights later.
We did.
All right. Anyways, wait.
Then we went to a robot restaurant, which was entirely
major
underwhelming.
letdown, honestly.
So I've not been able to find, comment down below if you can, a solid robot restaurant in Tokyo. I hear about them, but I couldn't find one that was that good.
I mean, honestly, it was okay. The thing I wish that happened though was like the robot went and got the food and came back. You only could really just interact with the robot and like talk to it. Like it would start dancing in front of you and stuff, but it didn't really do much else.
Yeah, you just talk to it and play music and do a chat room. And there was a little robot cart that brought us. It was just a cart that moved on its own.
Yeah.
But the robot itself, and then I think we went back to the Shibuya area because, we went to the temple in the park.
Oh yeah, that was good. We had a pretty busy day, so
we were exhausted. This is our first
sun
day.
was kind of setting. Mm-hmm. It was still nice out. We went to the temple in the park. Do you remember? It was the Yoyogi Park? Yoyogi Park?
Yeah. And then there's this temple in the park. So picture like a forest almost. Like a bunch of trees.
Pretty long walk to get to the temple.
Yeah.
Was it a shrine?
Yes, it was a park that led to a shrine.
Led to a shrine, yes.
And then you could get your fortune.
Yeah. All of these shrines that we went to, I think we went to like 3 or 4, had like fortunes and like stuff where you can like roll the little thing and a stick comes out and you have to match it with the symbols and then you take out the paper and read the fortune. Or like take something out, like a lot of things. And at every single shrine, I got verbatim a bad fortune. Bad fortune, bad fortune, bad luck. Everything bad.
But you're always allowed to redo the fortune, allegedly.
I could redo it, but it's like, it's kind of showing me just bad luck. It's fine.
Yeah. And then after that, we went home. And we're like, we need to sleep. And I need to talk, before I forget about this, how we got home is we're taking the train places. we opened up the podcast by saying, you know, a little play on Rihanna's song about better have my Suica. Suica is the card we used to get around, and it's become one of the most iconic parts of the whole trip, the Suica.
It really
top up your Suica, top up your Suica, or top off your Suica.
Yeah.
So you just go right through. You don't even have to, it doesn't even have to cross your mind. You could be playing games on your phone, and then all of a sudden, all you have to do is go, keep walking. You don't even have to break stride. You just go, and you walk right through. And that's how you get on the train. You don't have to double click and look at the Face ID. You just go, and the Suica works.
Another thing that was interesting about the train system, speaking of Suica, was Joseph said that he loved the music that was played.
Yeah, so you get on the train, which is clean as a whistle, by the way. All of a sudden, you hear, right before the door closes,
it plays music to like let you know, essentially, right?
Yeah, and the music is, they almost have different jingles, and I bet you somewhere out there's a YouTube channel that has every single jingle, or an Apple Music album, or Spotify that has every single jingle that's there. There's probably hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But we would start to pick our favorites if we heard them over and over again. But that was fun, and...
That was the first day?
That was the first day. I'm trying to think if there's one more thing I want to mention about the train. It was like clean. There was like heaters in them.
Yeah.
You either sit and people.
Somebody fell on one of them today.
Yeah, we should talk about that in a few minutes. So then the next day,
This is Saturday now?
I had my shakeout run in the morning.
For breakfast, we went to this little cafe that I found. Honestly, the night before, we spent a long time.
There was a lot of fights trying to figure out.
Trying to find a breakfast place. We found this breakfast place. We were like, oh, great, we're going to get fluffy pancakes, fluffy pancakes, fluffy pancakes. We order the fluffy pancakes. The woman says, that's the lunch menu.
Mom looked like she was about to start bawling, crying.
Bawling her eyes out. Mm-hmm. And so we said, wrong.
Oh.
She spoke.
She spoke. She said wrong.
We ended up eating there, having
French toast,
coffee, French toast, a little salad. Joseph tried an egg for the first time in his life.
It wasn't that I tried for the first time. It was that, that was the first time. Yeah.
Okay. And then we Ubered somewhere.
Team Lab Planets.
So
this is this like really immersive, cool thing where it's like you're almost interacting with the art galleries, and there's like you can walk through water. There's lights coming down. There's gardens. There's these flowers hanging from the ceiling, all these really cool things. You probably see it all over TikTok if you look it up, but I thought it was really cool.
It was really cool.
I think it lived up to the hype.
It did, yeah. The first part was a little you have to take your shoes off. Like they tell you your pants have to be rolled up to your knees at least because you go in water. But the first part of it, it's like this long ramp, and it's just like gushes of water coming down. So you're like trudging through this water. I think it's essentially just to clean your feet.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. I thought it was funny because I was helping somebody up the ramp because they needed some assistance. So it was almost like a raging river coming down the thing. That was fun.
That was Team Lab Planets. And then...
Yeah, any other things about that? But I mean, there's nothing else to share besides it was
great.
It was cool, and if you're ever in Tokyo, we would recommend.
Then we went right outside. They had like a little food stand.
Yeah.
And we had this, it was just like vegan ramen. It was really good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
And we left there.
Yeah.
We went to Sensoji, which is a fortune-telling temple. Yeah. Leading to that temple is like a long street of all these little vendors, shops, everything, cherry blossoms, etc.
Might I add that on the way to Sensoji, I was freaking out about the meal for the next day before the race. I usually do like half a bagel and watermelon, but we could not find watermelon to save our lives, so I got an apple and this like little baguette stick thing because we couldn't really find a bagel. Went to Sensoji, thought that was really cool. I liked all the vendors leading up, and then I think it's the oldest temple in Japan or Tokyo, and I thought that was really cool. Though I did think, no offense to Americans or tourists, but a little disrespectful once you got into the temples. People were just yapping, and typically Mom just gave a big thumbs up. Typically in Japan too, it's supposed to be quiet. So on the train, it's pretty quiet. When you're, even on the marathon, which I'll talk about, the cheering was pretty quiet. It's just like it's a cultural respect thing. So when we go up to the temple, everyone's talking so loud, and there was a ceremony going on. I was like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah, it was not a good look for the people there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then after we was in a little cheat sheet here, we went there, and then we wanted to get to bed early, so we had a reservation at, no, it's not Tokyo food, I know it's not this, but we had booked a Italy, which is like an Italian place, in Ginza Hotel, because I needed cars for the night, and I like to have that, so that was the one thing where we're like, let's just book that and we'll be fine. So we had that. That was pretty good prep.
Yeah. Then we pretty much just went to bed.
Yeah, it was not that eventful after that night. I think, what was I? Oh, and there was just a lot to prepare for the night before. I think I had to lay everything out. I had to ice my foot because I've been having the Achilles thing. I massage gunned my legs. Everything worked out. And then I went to bed and I was like, honestly, I was so tired. I wasn't really like nervous or people like stay up and they can't go to bed. I was just like, good night. Head hits pillow, head goes up, wake up. 5 a.m. alarm, I think it is. I was like, here we go. It's race day. All right, so that was part 1 of the Tokyo trip.
Come back for part 2 next week. Stay tuned.
We'll come out with part 2 of the episode. Hope you enjoyed the first part.
Thanks for watching, and always remember, if you're stunned,
we're stunned too.
Bye.